The following is a presentation of The Day.
A capacity crowd is expected at the X on the campus of Waterford High School as Game Day is proud to present to you the ECC Cheerleading Championships. All the excitement builds in the gym as it's time for these unsung and often overlooked athletes to take center stage and bring all the energy. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. All that's good begins with a smile. When you visit our office, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you the personalized dental care that you deserve, so contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com. Well, if the athletes are going to bring the noise, Game Day is going to bring the funk. I got Emily Funk alongside me, Casey O'Neill, and we are ready for what is always one of the best days in the ECC, where the cheerleaders get to show off just how impressive and how hardworking they are all year long.
They have a lot of time and not a lot of time to prepare for this day. They start early in September, but a lot of them don't even get their routines until December or January. So they are crunch time trying to prepare for today. Some of them have competed already, and some of them it's going to be their first time out on the mat all year. So it should be a really good day.
Well, it's always a really good day when I get a chance to see the eye candy of Game Day. The sports doctor's lurking somewhere. Keith.
And these kids are going to bring it today.
Well, up first on the mat today is the New London High School Whalers, and the New London High School performance is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of New London. Located at 488 Coleman Street in New London, Mercedes-Benz offers high-quality service care and performance. Visit mercedesct.com or give them a call at 860-440-7434. Get yourself into a Mercedes. New London High School right off the bat, and first thing you see here, small squad, only 6 athletes. Talk a little bit about what we know about the Whalers.
Yeah, so 6 people taking the mat today was definitely not New London's plan. They unfortunately had a couple of injuries in the past couple of weeks, and they lost around half their team. But something that's working to the Whalers' advantage is that having a smaller team on the mat is the way to go with the score sheet. They're being led by Deb Huntington. It's her 14th year of coaching at New London, and she's truly a pillar of southeastern Connecticut in cheerleading. She's done a great job over the years. Really excited to see what they bring on the mat today.
Well, the Whalers, competing out of Division II, have always been known for their athleticism, high energy, and beautiful, beautiful smile.
Great height on that toe touch basket.
Co-ed team.
They had full team participation in that running tumbling. Great job.
A lot of changes for them in the last couple of weeks.
Great single base switch up. That is not easy to do. See, they only have 2 people underneath that stunt.
You see the coach cam live in the bottom right corner. Watch your coaches get every bit as involved as their athletes.
Majority standing tumbling there with standing back handsprings. Heading into their partner stunt. Did a K inversion up into a lib. Great creative transition into the next stunt.
Crowd like that, coaches like that. Triple 4, all right, let's go quad jump.
See, it's really hard to bring the volume and the voices when you only have 6 on the mat, but New London definitely did that.
Beautiful twirl. Always interesting to me to see what they can come up with creatively with the smaller numbers.
Right. I like how they're incorporating all their athletes with the stunts that they're putting up.
And then when it comes to dance time, this is where smaller numbers matter a little less because they're going to have more room to do things. I always wonder, though, tumbling and dancing, this is where they spread it out.
Right. And they're going to have all their athletes tumbling, it looks like. We have a synchronized tumbling pass going on. Beautiful timing there. New London always brings the energy in the dance. They're so fun to watch.
Yeah, great team to start the day off with, too. It sets the tone right away.
Totally agree.
Great job, Northern High School Whalers. And, I don't think people can fully appreciate when you lose a large portion of your team and you have to make things up on the fly. You're coming into a championship game, championship day, and all of a sudden, you got to do things with limited practice. Just such a proud, they should be very proud. I thought there was a lot to like about that routine. The sports doctor is going to have coach and a member of the Whaler cheer squad and find out what they thought. Sports doctor.
All right, here we go, Casey. Coach, first of all, small in numbers but mighty in smiles out there.
Yeah, we had a larger team, but just 2 weeks ago we lost half of them, so we had to rebuild and just do what we could to get out here and compete today. I'm really proud of these kids.
Ayana Mitchell, how do you guys, listen, you guys brought the energy to lead this show. How do you feel about the performance?
I feel like we did amazing. This last week it was very difficult, building the routine, and I feel like we really put all we need to put on that mat.
100% effort, Casey, by the Whalers, leading things off here at the X.
Thank you, sports doctor. Yeah, we have a lot of great energy. Plainfield's going to be coming up next. You're going to be watching Game Day all day, live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports, all of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce, though. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Go over to patreon.com/theday and sign up to make a small recurring contribution. Think of it as a tip to the Game Day crew for what they do. Want to show your support in a more visible way? Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
The Plainfield Panthers, Panther Pride, ready to take the mat next here at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. They are competing out of Division III. Emily, talk a little bit about the Panthers.
So they're actually going for a three-peat today. They're hoping to bring another championship title back to Plainfield, but a majority of their team has never competed at ECCs before. They have 4 freshmen, they have 1 sophomore, 1 junior, and 1 senior. So while they're hoping to have a repeat, some of the girls on the mat, it's going to be their first time hopefully taking a championship home today.
You know, and one of the things that the coach talked about was limited practice space. I don't know that people can fully appreciate. Can you imagine, you know, if an ECC championship basketball team said, yeah, well, we didn't have any baskets to shoot at? And people would be outraged. And yet cheerleaders routinely, even though it's gotten better, have to make do with whatever space they can find.
Not only making do with the space that they can find, but with the time that they have, these cheerleaders are cheering on other sports as well, whether that's boys basketball and girls basketball, sometimes wrestling. In the football season, they're cheering for football, so they're looking for practice time, they're looking for practice space. Some of these teams are practicing, 8 or 9 p.m. at night. They're coming in on Sundays or Saturdays. They're trying to find time to perfect these routines, and they're giving so much to their schools. So yeah, I totally agree with you. It's a little upsetting to hear sometimes when our cheerleaders are having difficulty finding practice space.
So the Panthers will have 7 on the mat, so another, we'll call it small-medium sized squad. And one of the things that they're going to have to overcome, in addition, is I think the early start for them, you know, we've seen in past years that the sweet spot seems to be somewhere in, maybe, you know, after maybe the first round of teams have gone. We talk every year, is it better to be early and set the, you know, the tone, or is it better to be late and leave an impression? But it seems like the sweet spot seems to be let the judges warm up with a couple of other teams and then come in. So an early start for them, you know, they're going to have to make their mark early.
Right, and I wouldn't be surprised if they set the bar high. This isn't their first competition of the season. They've competed at least once before, so they should be warmed up a little bit. I know the ECC Championship always has a little bit of added stress onto it, but you know, they've figured it out in the past couple of years and have had some excellent seasons. I truly believe that their upperclassman, the senior that's leading them, is going, you know, has prepared the freshmen for a great performance today.
I mean, they have 4 of their 7 are freshmen, but senior captain Savannah Dubinetsky, not only is she a leader, she's a returning all-state cheerleader. So, you know, we often talk, just like in all sports, you know, you need your great performers to raise the play of your other performers. So these 4 freshmen are not freshmen anymore.
Right.
You know, they're part of it, but you're going to be relying, and it'll be interesting to see how they put a focus on their senior captain, all-state cheerleader, you know, maximize what she can do while getting those great performances from their freshmen, many of whom are integral in their tumbling and their stunts.
Yeah, and with 7 on the mat, you got to get creative. You got to have everyone throwing those tumbling passes. The score sheet, you know, 7 on the mat, that means you can only put up 1 full stunt group, but that can be a lot of area to fill with, you know, having the mat so open. You want to have that great tumbling going on from the majority of your team.
And I got to say, if the bios that the coaches sent us are any indication, Coach LaRue and Garrett are fired up about this group. They have as much energy as the girls do.
Oh yeah, they're definitely excited for this. Great kick full basket. Two standing tucks there. Beautiful jumps. Great creativity with that double 9.
And precision was very, very spot on. They are very much in sync early.
Yes, their timing is great. And something we always see from Plainfield is their really sharp motions.
Nicely done.
Switch up with that single base and a high to high. That was a fun transition. Heading into a single base.
Energy is good so far. Pretty crisp as well.
Starting off their partner stunt with an inversion up to an arabesque.
Big time tumble coming up, you can sense it. Here it comes.
Round off handsprings to the front. Beautiful round off handspring tuck. She's pretty happy coming out of that.
Yeah, she stuck it.
Doing some pyramid skills. Nice half turn switch up with a low to high. They're really packing these skills in.
So far we've seen good precision, good timing, tumbling. Here comes the energy.
Really selling the dance. There are those sharp motions.
Panther pride. Panthers nailed it.
If I was them, I'd be pretty happy coming off that mat. They had a lot of elite skills in that routine. and they really worked hard on nailing them.
Sports Doctor, you got a very, very excited Panther. Let's find out how she felt.
Well, listen, what a routine. A lot of smiles and a lot of tumbling out there, some nerves. How do you think you guys did?
I think we did amazing. That was the best we've ever done with that routine. We have so much nerves and we did so good. We did so good.
My score is a perfect 10 for Plainfield, Casey.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Up next, Killingly High School, competing out of Division I this year. The Panthers feeling good. Killingly up next. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Day, ECC Cheerleading Championships, live on GameDayOnTheDay.com.
All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Part of our commitment to serving our patients includes providing information that helps them to make more informed decisions about their oral health needs. Our website is a resource we hope you'll find both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com.
Being part of a great community is so important. People helping and supporting others can be very uplifting and contagious. At Philomena's Restaurant, that's exactly what you get. It's the community hub for not just Waterford, but all of southeastern Connecticut. Birthday parties, anniversary dinners, weddings, sports banquets, a drink with friends, and of course, charity events. Philomena's has been, is, and will always be there for the community. Celebrate and support southeastern Connecticut at Philomena's. Philomena's, Utopia Plaza in Waterford.
There's a look at Killingly High School. They're up next. They're going to be performing out of Division I. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we know about Killingly?
Yeah, so this is their first year in Division I from my understanding. So definitely a little bit different for them, but Killingly over the past couple of years has been really consistent with their skills. But from what we heard from the coaches, this is actually their highest skill level that they've had in a couple of years. Killingly tends to stay with a smaller group, so competing with only 6 or 7 on the mat isn't something that's necessarily new for their team. So I don't think that that will be an obstacle for them to overcome like some other groups today. They've had a great season so far. They actually hosted a competition at Killingly a couple weeks back, so I think they got to get a sneak peek at some of their competitors for today and just get a better understanding of what this competition season was going to look like.
I love it. It was the Killin' It Classic at Killingly High School, which I love. Now, good news, bad news for Killingly, right? Good news is they have done remarkable this year, getting first place for stunts, awards for jumpers and tumblers. Yep. They've got, whether it's Savannah Feudy or Lila Moran, Catherine Fisher, Haley Shippey, these girls have all rocked it, but they're up in Division I with East Lyme, with Fitch, kind of big-time statewide programs. So Killingly has to do the best that Killingly can do. You heard Plainfield, right, coming off the mat saying, this was the best we have done. And that's all you can hope for. Killingly has to try to do the best they can do and then see where they stand in a very challenging Division I.
Yeah, in cheerleading, your first competitor is yourself. You got to do the best that your team can do, and each division has, their key players and their key teams, and they found themselves in a little bit of a harder division from what I believe for this year. But getting out on the mat and doing a routine that they can be proud of is the first step. They want to nail that routine. They want to feel confident coming off, and that will make whatever place they get a little bit sweeter.
There are, of course, the darlings of the ECC cheerleading competition over the past few years. Wheeler High School, they have won the Sportsmanship Award each of the last 5 years, I believe. They have routinely, the cheerleaders, the literal cheerleaders, for the ECC cheerleading competition. I love the heart sunglasses.
And something different for Wheeler this year, they're competing later in the competition, so they still have that pressure on their shoulders of having to get out there and compete instead of getting it over with and being able to cheer their competitors on.
And this is this is a great thing to point out, because right there you're looking at the Wheeler Lion basketball team, and it's good they're showing up. to cheer on the cheerleaders who show up to cheer them on. Wheeler, who is one of the top teams in the ECC, will be competing in the Division II tournament. I like seeing the basketball players showing up to support the cheerleaders.
It means a lot to them. You know, they give up a lot of their time to cheer on the basketball players, and our cheerleaders do it because they love it. They love to support their school, but when they have this competitive side to them as well, it is so rewarding to see your basketball players and your football players show their support and really pop out at any of their competitions, but especially at the ECC Championship.
So Killingly High School will come up next. That'll be the first rotation of D3, D2, D1. So we started with New London in D2, Killingly D1 will finish it off. The Killingly High School performance is brought to you by East Killingly Auto Care, located at 1260 Hartford Pike in East Killingly. They service foreign autos as well as domestic vehicles. Our mechanics are familiar with gas or diesel, so whether it's that service engine light or you just need an oil change, stop in or give them a call. Killingly, East Killingly Auto Care.
A lot of tumbling thrown into their cheer while they're trying to give their loudest voice. They're also doing these amazing skills. Load a high TikTok right there to a stretch to show that flexibility. Beautiful whip through to layout and a running full. Getting a lot of tumbling difficulty out of the way. Excellent kick full basket.
I think one of the most amazing parts is, unlike other sports where you might have a second or two to breathe, you miss a stunt, you make a mistake, there's no second or two to breathe. You can't skip a beat.
Right, there's no time to come out of the game. And you can see they're stunting in the back, tumbling in the front, and all these athletes are showing difficult elite skills. So it's, you know, you want to watch everything that's going on. Round off inversion all the way up to the top. Kick full dismount out of that. Quad jump ending that double 9. You'll see a lot of that double 9 today.
Oh, this is different.
Love the use of the mat.
That's something we haven't seen. Different, different is good.
Right, and again with the tumbling and the stunting at the same time. A lot of twisting dismounts from all their skills today. Pull up to lib.
Very creative.
Wow, with another pull up. High to high to a stretch. And a single base switch up. These are not easy skills. They're nailing the elite range right now.
Very creative routine from Killingly. Crowd loves it, cheerleaders love it. Killingly loves it.
Wow. That routine was jam-packed. There was a lot going on. Something fun about stunting and cheerleading is you only have to do 3 of the skills in the range to hit that range, and they went above and beyond, guaranteeing that they were going to get those points.
I think they're pretty excited about their routine. I think there was a lot of creativity that we don't normally see. I'll be very interested when the sports doctor talks to them. Is that what they're used to as far as packing it with so much stuff and so much creativity? Sports doctor.
Coach, how did you guys come up with the routine to pack in so much creativity?
I do our routine, so it's really good because I work with them all year long, so I know the exact skills they have and what they're capable of doing, so it makes it easier for me to put everything they can do together.
And these girls brought it today. How did you guys think you did out there?
I think we did really good. We had all of our stunts. It was good.
What was the best part of the routine, you think?
I think when we hit that inversion, it was like our first time hitting it in the actual comp. So I was really proud of us for that.
Be proud of your performance. Casey, inversion table for us old men. Great job, ladies. Great job. Casey?
Killingly High School, very excited. The Stonington Bears are on tap. You're watching the ECC Cheerleading Championships live from Waterford on game day on theday.com.
I came here in 1992 not knowing a soul, and I started a law practice in New London. The community has supported us ever since. Thank you. Game day athletes, playing high school sports is going to be one of the best experiences of your life. I know you give 100% effort and you treat your teammates, your opponents, and your coaches and officials with respect. Are you doing the same in school? Are you showing up every day and giving 100% effort? Are you giving the respect to your classmates, your teachers, and your parents? Sure, winning is great, and give it your best today when you go out on that field. But never forget, getting a good education will be the best game you'll ever play in your life.
The Stonington Bears up next. They'll be the second D2 school following New London as far as that. And we'll talk about them in a moment. Before we talk about Stonington, though, let's talk a little bit about scoring at home. One of the things that you taught me is about cheerleading not being a deficit-based scoring system, but rather an accumulation-based scoring system. I think people watch someone, for example, not stick a landing or fall, and they're thinking points are deducted, when in fact, you're not deducting, you're just accumulating. So maybe limiting the accumulation, but you're not actually taking points away.
Right, and something that's very interesting is you want to have that majority of athletes tumbling out on the mat. And while you might get a deduction if something touches out, you earn more points by putting it on the mat and having it out there and having more skills being thrown. When you have the full team doing a standing handspring or doing a tuck and one person might not nail it, that's okay, because you just bumped yourself into a new score range instead of being lower down and not having that majority. Same thing with stunting. If you try a higher skill and it might fall, doesn't mean that you aren't going to get the points for that skill. You'll get a minor deduction for having the fall, but as long as the skill went, and sometimes you might even get an early dismount. You'll see that sometimes if they catch it in a cradle, and you can't really tell. I mean, we aren't experts with their routines. They know their routines. They know when the timing isn't right. But from us watching it, we might just say, hey, maybe that stunt came down a little bit early, or that's when they're supposed to come down. They have a little bit of free time in that routine.
So I think for the people watching at home, if you see a routine that's flawless, you tend to think, well, that can't be beat. When in fact, another team might not be flawless, but they try a lot more stuff and they try more complicated things, so they accumulate more points, even if there's a mistake or a mishap somewhere along the way. So judges are looking for, and the judges have an idea ahead of time what to expect, but the judges are looking for, the risk-taking, the challenge, if you will. So I guess the best way to say it is, right, if you have, I'll give you an example. If you have, on a scale of 1 to 10, you might be flawless, but it's a 5-point routine.
Correct.
Another team might be putting out a 10-point routine, and they might make a couple mistakes to drop them to an 8, and 8 beats 5, so they're getting rewarded for the difficulty.
You nailed it. Yeah, and truly each year a coach has to make that decision of what they want to do, what's safe to put out on the mat. For some teams, this might just be the beginning of their season. They might want to, try something harder on the mat and see what their team can handle, while other coaches may say, hey, we need some time to perfect the more intermediate beginner level skills, and they want their team to have that confidence of really nailing what they're putting on the mat. So we're going to see a little bit of everything today with coaches deciding, do they want to take the risk? Is it worth, the higher score that they could get? Or is it better for our team to do something that they can really nail?
Up next, we're used to the Bears' lair. Now it's the Bear Cave here at the X. We have 4 Stonington cheerleaders, mostly freshmen. They do have a senior going to the University of New Haven. They're a proud group. Smart girls, honor roll kids, and one of them is a karate kid as well, so we're going to see what the kicks look like. See if we can figure out which one's the karate kid. But the Stonington Bears, representing Division II, up next. 4 to make a lot of noise.
Yep. Gotta bring that volume. Fun transition to start it out. Round off handspring right to the front with beautiful technique. And a toe touch back handspring. Quad jump. Like I said, that double 9 jump ending off the sequence. Looks like we're heading into the partner stunt.
Always liked a little sass.
Yep. It's really important to sell whatever you're doing, and having that fun emotion and just, you know, sass going on, it makes it really fun to watch.
Attitude's everything.
A lot of volume for a team of 4. Single base with heel shred showing that flexibility up to prep.
Both like that one.
Definitely a fun transition there. We have some tumbling going on. Round off into a toe touch. Another round off handspring. Building a pyramid. Impressive with only 4 people on the mat.
You can't go wrong with Lady Gaga.
Nice hitch there. Loving the energy.
Oh, the Bears brought it.
They are pumped. Oh my gosh, look at that.
They may have had only 4, but the crowd got into it immediately. They took control. They had the crowd exactly where they wanted them. And I tell you, it'll be interesting to see if they're as excited as we are, because that was a routine that got everything out of 4 people. Sports Doctor, what do you got?
Oh, I got Emily here from the Stonington Cheerleading. How do you think you guys did out there?
I think we did amazing. That was the best we've ever done, that routine. That was awesome.
I mean, you brought the energy too. S stands for super tonight, doesn't it? Not Stonington.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We're awesome.
Great job, Casey, by the Bears here tonight.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. So far, so good. Montville is going to be up next. The Wolves going to be making themselves known here at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports. All of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce, though. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Go over to patreon.com/theday and sign up to make a small recurring contribution. Think of it as a tip to the Game Day crew for what they do. Want to show your support in a more visible way? Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
The Montville Wolves ready to go here up next in the ECC Cheerleading Championship. So we've had a chance to see 2 D2 teams, New London and Stonington. Now, New London was small, but not as small as Stonington. New London looked a little rough in trying to nail some of their things, but just talk about, from your vantage point, the difficulty of what New London did versus the difficulty of what Stonington did, to try to give the viewers at home a comparison between those 2 teams.
Right, so I would say between those two teams, New London had a little bit more difficulty. They were able to take those risks of doing switch-ups and, twisting dismounts, things like that. Stonington wasn't quite at the point yet where they were able to try those more elite skills, but like you mentioned before, they were nailing what they were doing with those preps that were going up, the dismounts that they were doing. But in the stunting range, I would say New London certainly had more difficulty. I would say Stonington did a great job incorporating the tumbling that they had onto the mat, trying to get as many people doing as much as possible. But I gotta say, I'm really impressed with what they were able to make work with 4 people. It's hard to do a pyramid with 4 people. 4 people make up one group, so they got really creative with the shoulder sit and the single base working to do that hitch.
So, to fast forward, and obviously we don't have any prior knowledge, but if New London scores higher than Stonington, for the people at home watching, that would be, you're watching at home going, but wait a minute, New London looked rougher than Stonington. There's an example of New London being able to try more difficult things and maybe accumulating more points than Stonington was able to accumulate, even though Stonington on the eye test maximized what they tried. They only were able to do so much stuff. So I don't know, Stonington might outscore New London, I don't know, but the point being, from home, there's a good example of 2 teams that one was able to try more things than the other.
Yes, New London wanted to take that risk today and try those higher skills and hope that the risk was worth the reward.
Well, I've been digging in my closet looking for this jacket right there. I've been trying to find it. I didn't know. I thought the sports doctor stole it at my last New Year's Eve party. Sports doctor, was that? I thought you had that jacket.
I mean, I did. I kind of stole it from Elton John or Liberace or one of the above, but what a lot of pizzazz right there, huh, Case?
The Montville cheerleading coaches have decided to up their game for all coaches around in the ECC. Now, I have it on good authority that East Lyme is going to bring the noise as well, but Montville High School is up next, and the Montville High School performance is brought to you by the Montville Education Foundation. What is the Montville Education Foundation? Well, they're a non-profit supporting local innovative educational projects through grants. You can donate or learn more at montvilleeducationfoundation.com.
Excited to see what they bring to the mat today. They really upped their skills since last year, since talking to Coach Taylor. Kick full to start off the routine. Beautiful backless preps for that transition. We have a single base going on in the corner. Look at how solid that is. Four out of the 6 just did standing handsprings. That's what we're talking about with majority.
That was creative.
That's a way to utilize everyone on the mat. High to high switch up. Holding on strong, ending with a kick full dismount. They really fought for that one, and that was great.
So far, the coaches are all about it.
I like how they slowed down their cheer a little bit to maximize the volume that they were able to produce and being able to breathe. Quad jump right there, and full team participation. Single base switch up. Here we go into some tumbling.
4 tumblers.
4 tumblers, all doing specialty through to back handspring. Round off 2 back handsprings with great technique.
Whoa, I like that. Visually, that was stunning. Little corkscrew action.
A high to high switch up with single base. These aren't easy skills to do. A little bit of trouble getting that shoulder sit up, but they're picking it right back up. love the attitude from Montville.
The Montville Wolves howling at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. There comes the relief. Their coaches seem to love it. Lots to like in the routine. Now come the tears. Now come the breaths.
Yep, that's their one senior right there, Ava. And it's hard taking them out for your last time at ECCs. I'm a little nostalgic right now. I went to Montville, and those were the uniforms that we wore my last season. So it's fun getting to see them out on the mat, putting on a great show. They had 6 on the mat, and up until this past week, they had 7 on the mat. So they had to make some changes.
Well, the Wolves definitely brought it. Sports Doctor, you got a whole group of Wolves.
Yeah, the stars are out here, Casey. We've got Coach K, we've got Giselle, and we got Aver here tonight. Coach, attitude, you guys brought it tonight.
They brought it. They sure did. That was our biggest thing, was to bring the energy, bring the positivity, and sell that performance, and they for sure did that.
I mean, talk about the performance. What was the best part of it?
I think, maybe the energy, the energy. We had to work on that a lot, and I think we did good today.
Now, you're a senior. Did you guys talk about the outfits and the coach and the style and everything beforehand?
Yes, that was one of the best parts, was deciding what we were walking in with, what we were going to change into, and afterwards, our outfit.
It's so much fun. They got a little present for your dad for you, too. Make sure you give that to him. Great job tonight by Montville, guys.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. A happy group of Wolves. Up next, one of the favorites, a statewide team, the East Lyme Vikings. They'll be up next. You're watching the ECC Cheerleading Championships live on Game Day on theday.com.
All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Part of our commitment to serving our patients includes providing information that helps them to make more informed decisions about their oral health needs. Our website is a resource we hope you'll find both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com.
Well, as we head into a brand new season on Game Day, we want something brand new to come to all of you as well. Game Day launching its merchandise store for the first time. Now, as you know, greatness has no off-season, and Game Day has no off-season either. We're always working to provide you the best we can do, and that includes great merch. So come on into the merchandise store for Game Day. As the season progresses, who knows who's going to say what that'll make it onto the next Game Day t-shirt. Find out in the merch store. A happy group of Vikings. It's a Viking Valley here at the X. We know how much East Lyme loves to take over when they're here at Waterford High School, and there's the biggest group of cheerleaders that we have seen thus far. The East Lyme Vikings will be taking the mat next. And so, Coach, what can you say about the Vikings?
Well, I want to start with a huge shout out to Hannah Taylor, their head coach. She has built quite the dynasty. That's why she's able to put so many people out on the mat. She has 10 seniors taking the mat for varsity this year, and she's actually coached 14 of her athletes that are on varsity since they started in the youth program, some of them as young as 5 years old. She's been this consistent coach in their life since then, and you're going to be able to see a lot of the trust that they have in each other today, not only for the difficult skills that they're doing, but just for the love that they have, amongst their team when they take the mat. You can see them before taking the mat, huge smiling faces. Their fans are excited, their coaches are excited, they are confident. They've been competing at least since the end of January, so I think they're ready to nail this.
With the elegant blazer look and probably the most senior-dominated team that we're going to see here today, they are definitely one of the favorites. Big, talented, experienced. We're looking forward to see what the Vikings bring. And as they get ready to get on the mat, we should let you know that the East Lyme performance is brought to you by Flanders Donut and Bake Shop. Family-owned and serving the community since 1972. We pride ourselves on the quality of our ingredients and the integrity of our recipes, handed down through the generations and still pleasing our customers every day. Visit FlandersBakery.com for more information. Well, I'm excited about this one because one of the themes of all of these have been teams sort of in a little bit of uncertainty. Teams that are either trying to incorporate new people, whether it's freshmen that haven't been there before, literally members of the cheerleading team that weren't on the team 2 weeks ago. Right? Teams trying to figure out how to make it work with 4, how to make it work with 6, right? This is the first time where we're going to see a team fully stocked, all of its members, lots of veterans, a team that's won back-to-back championships and bringing back all those girls that won those championships. I think it's fair to say that they have the biggest crowd here as well. We should have high expectations for what we're about to see.
Well, for our, this is our first group taking the mat today that's going to have more than one stunt group going up, and you're going to see the advantages that has visually. Like you're saying, they're going to have this chemistry, and they're, they work really hard for the skills that they have, but we're going to be able to tell what skills they're intending to hit by having multiple stunt groups on the mat. We're going to be able to see more skills that are able to sync up. We're going to be able to see a little bit more from them.
Well, the first team that went in Division I also rocked maroon. So I'm willing to say that after this routine, a team in maroon will be in the lead in Division I. That's me going out on a limb right there. I think looking at Montville's routine for 1 second before we get to East Lyme, they seemed very pleased with what they were able to accomplish. Looking at them in D3 against the Plainfield team. So both D3 teams were really, really psyched about what they were able to get done.
Yes.
So and not from a place of, we were just happy that we finished it. I'm really curious now to see, visually especially, this is the biggest team that we have seen. This is as big as 3 of our other teams together.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what they are putting on the mat today.
And when we get to Coach Cam, the shoes are outstanding.
Their theme actually has to do with race car driving, which is why they say full throttle, and you can see that checkered coming up. Wow, lots of standing tucks and standing handsprings there. They're not letting the big numbers keep them down. 4 Judah tucks right there. We have 3 stunt groups going up. Round off tuck, half turn switch up. Wow, and they're so synchronized. Full rewind down, heading back up. Another high to high, they nailed that. There's that volume, there's that technique. It's beautiful. East Lyme always brings it.
I love it. NASCAR full throttle. That's what we're seeing right now from East Lyme. Look at the 3 groups.
Low to high switch ups to a stretch, showcasing that flexibility with another twist down. Their dismounts are beautiful. Quad jump with great synchronization, hard to do with a larger squad. A lot of tumbling going on. They're not letting have a big team take them down. They want everything going. Synced up, round off handspring layouts to finish out that tumbling sequence.
Wow.
Switch up single bases on both sides.
Coaches are pumped.
Their goal was to hit this pyramid 50 times this week leading up to ECC. I would say it paid off.
Wow, that was awesome.
That full, I would say, was technically perfect.
It's done.
They know they nailed it. Look at this energy. That pretty much explains it. I would be doing the same thing right now.
Hey, notice to the rest of the ECC, the bar just got set. It got set high. The Vikings took it up a notch. Full throttle indeed.
Sister duo pair, that's freshman Jordan with Coach Sydney. That is actually Hannah, her two little sisters.
An exceptional performance from the Vikings. From the coach's shoes, full throttle on the bows, all the way to the routine. Sports Doctor, the bar just got set.
Coach, full throttle. I can't even come down right now. What a performance. Talk about the ladies.
They're amazing. I'm kind of obsessed with them. We've had this mindset all season to practice until you get it wrong and then practice until you get it right. And I think that these girls showed up today and they've had big goals and I couldn't be prouder.
Talk about the crowd behind you girls tonight. How much energy did you get from that?
So much. It's just, we're so thankful that so many people come out to support us and it just makes us feel really good.
Right. What do you think the best part of the performance was as a team?
I think we really excelled in the dance. We really just put everything out there.
Energy, full throttle, a lot of smiles. East Lyme taking over Casey at the X once again.
I'll tell you, Sports Doctor, a happy group of Vikings because they just brought all of what they were looking for and then some. Ironically, the team up next is the Waterford High School Lancers, and they are going to have an awful lot coming off of that performance by East Lyme. We'll have the Lancers next. The judges have their scorecards. You've been watching the ECC Cheer Championships live on Game Day on theday.com.
I came here in 1992 not knowing a soul, and I started a law practice in New London. The community has supported us ever since. Thank you. Game day athletes, playing high school sports is going to be one of the best experiences of your life. I know you give 100% effort and you treat your teammates, your opponents, and your coaches and officials with respect. Are you doing the same in school? Are you showing up every day and giving 100% effort? Are you giving the respect to your classmates, your teachers, and your parents? Sure, winning is great, and give it your best today when you go out on that field. But never forget, getting a good education will be the best game you'll ever play in your life.
Game Day is a production of The Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe. The Waterford High School Lancers, representing Division II, are coming up next, and they're going to have an awful lot. You see there, they were New England champions in 2010. They had, so much success here over the past few years. This year, a little bit of transition for the Lancers. What can you tell us about Waterford?
So Waterford last year were actually the grand champions of ECC, so they have a lot to live up to, but they've been working really hard to defend their title. Another team that has taken the mat a couple times this year to get ready for this moment. It looks like we have 9 taking the mat, so this is going to be another team that has more than one stunt group going up. They're going to have 2 groups going up, something a little bit more to look at, but they have more numbers to nail in those jumps and the tumbling. So a little bit of a tougher position to be in than some of their competitors.
Well, the Waterford High School performance is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health, located at 177 Boston Post Road in Waterford. They provide the personalized dental care you deserve. Remember that what better place? All that's good begins with a smile. Tons of smiles here today. Visit waterforddentalhealth.com for more information. It must be the shoes. Personalized cons. What's better than that?
It gets better every single year. These coaches really are, oh my gosh, the bar is set high with the outfits.
So, I'm going to go back to East Lyme for a second.
I don't blame you.
You have not only extensive cheer, experience yourself, but also coaching, and where you are now, a bigger, more, elaborate, team. What did East Lyme just do aside from dazzling us visually? What did they do?
Well, so they were hitting the minimum in what they were doing with their tumbling and with their stunts. So they have enough people on the mat to put up 3 groups. So all 3 groups have to be doing the same skills to get in the category of scoring. So when they were doing those high-to-high switch-ups, everyone had to do it. There's no watering it down, or else there's a disadvantage to their score sheet. It's not easy to do. I'm proud to also have 3 groups on my mat for my team because it's visually so impressive, but you got to put in 3 times the work. You got to have everyone on the same page. All your flyers have to have the same skills. You have to encourage more people to get more tumbling in order to compete against these groups with, only 7 people on the mat.
Now, forget Waterford, they're in Division 2, so they don't have to worry about directly competing division-wise with East Lyme. If you're Fitch, you've got 2 routines, 3 routines before you go. I mean, you got to be thinking everything we have, right? We have to be perfect and bring everything we have because of what East Lyme just accomplished. And we're leaving out Waterford, and it says it all right there. I mean, this is a team that has won cheerleading championships here in the ECC over, 10 times? It's 11 times in the 2000s that they have won ECC Cheer Championship. So even though they've lost some experience and their numbers are down, competing in Division 2 up against Stonington and New London, I think it's reasonable to expect, a high bar for Waterford.
I would say the same. Waterford consistently is showing out, and they're one of those teams I think you're going to see them trying to pile on the skills. They're not just going to do one and done. They're going to want to try these elite skills until they get those points. They're going to be having a lot of difficulty out on the mat today, and I think they're in a pretty good position coming up. Just the order of appearance, a couple teams before them, a couple after them, so they know where the bar is set. The energy in here is electric right now from East Lyme's incredible performance, but I don't think that's going to get Waterford down. I think they're ready to live up and face the challenge of keeping that energy up and putting on an impressive performance.
This has got to be the hardest part because sometimes it feels like the score sheets come in right away. This particular set of score sheets feels like it's taking forever. You hear the crowd happy because the East Lyme cheerleaders have just gotten back up into the bleachers with their NASCAR bags, by the way, because if you're going to go full throttle, you go all out. But this has got to be agonizing for now, standing on the edge of the mat for what feels like eternity.
It can be 10 seconds, and it's the longest 10 seconds of your life standing behind that mat, just, anticipating what's to come,
What's interesting is those girls were just texting each other right there up in the crowd. But I laugh. What's the first thing you want to do after you want to cry and hug your teammates, and then you want to go up and text everyone you know.
Everyone.
Nailed it. We just nailed it. Now Waterford, they have been waiting.
Yeah.
A few minutes.
Definitely not a position you want to be in, but I think that they're amped right now. They have their game faces on. They are ready to step out on that mat. Explosive energy walking on. They're ready to sell this routine and give a good performance. Standing tumbling to kick it off. So 2 handsprings to a tuck there. Great technique. Single bases. Straight cradle dismount. And here we go with kick
Wow,
goes.
the height.
Look at the height on that. Here comes their jumps. Another quad jump. Something I love about Waterford is they tend to stick to more classic cheer motions, but they're so sharp with what they're doing. Round-off inversions all the way up to extension. Takes a lot of power to make that happen. Arabesque twist downs. Stepping into a pyramid piece. Full up to lib, hitting a nice hitch. Love how both flyers are doing some elite skills in the pyramid. There we go with a full up. Nice nice layout ending that pyramid.
Everyone's tumbling.
Yep, there we go. We had some round-offs, round-off handspring tucks, beautiful layout right there. You can feel the energy. They're getting really excited about what they're doing.
I love when they nail the routine, because then when the dance comes, like we saw with East Lyme, the energy of the dance is just, +5, because they know that they nailed all the hard stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's the most satisfying part of the routine. Throwing in some more pyramid pieces. They hit some elite skills in the main sequence that they were doing right there.
Whoa!
That was beautiful. We had a nice pike arch toss.
Don't sleep on the Lancers. In front of their fans in their gym, reminding people why they are 11-time cheerleading champions in the 2000s. The Lancers just showed everybody that cheerleading is still alive and well here at Waterford. The crowd loved it. The fans loved it. Everybody seems pretty happy. Let's find out how Waterford felt about their routine from the sports doctor.
All right, ladies, bringing down the home house. Talk about the performance out there.
That was the best performance we have done all season. We've been having a little bit of struggles, but I think we really pulled it off, and we're so proud of how we just did.
How do you feel having the hometown crowd behind you guys out there?
The hometown crowd helps us out so much. It's so energetic, and we're really able to use that energy and put it all out on the mat.
Let's bring the coach in here, too. Coach, you told me beforehand you were nervous. How can you be nervous with those sneakers on?
Well, they're pretty fancy, but I'm always nervous before they go out. I mean, they could be the most prepared they've ever been in their life, and I'm still going to be nervous. I just can't help it.
How would you rate the performance?
I rate it pretty high up there today. One of their best, for sure.
I give it a perfect 10, Casey. Why not for Lancer Nation?
Sports doctor, well, if he were the judges, the Lancers would be in, but the sports doctor's opinion matters about as much as mine. Up next, we got the Wolverines representing Griswold High School. They'll be on the mat shortly in the ECC Cheer Championships live from Waterford High School on game day on theday.com.
All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Part of our commitment to serving our patients includes providing information that helps them to make more informed decisions about their oral health needs. Our website is a resource we hope you'll find both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com.
Being part of a great community is so important. People helping and supporting others can be very uplifting and contagious. At Philomena's Restaurant, that's exactly what you get. It's the community hub for not just Waterford, but all of southeastern Connecticut. Birthday parties, anniversary dinners, weddings, sports banquets, a drink with friends, and of course, charity events. Philomena's has been, is, and will always be there for the community. Celebrate and support southeastern Connecticut at Philomena's. Philomena's, Utopia Plaza in Waterford.
That's right. Greatness has no off season, and never more applicable than to the cheerleaders, because there is no off season. You're cheering somebody all year round, and you talk about trying to find gym time, right? Practice space. You're going to the game to cheer, and you're going to practice. The schedule for the cheerleaders has to be, not only difficult, but you got to find creative ways of doing it. You come out here and you hear these coaches, they know the work that went into it. They know what was going on a couple days ago that no one else knows about. They know about, the girl that's out there with an ankle she shouldn't be on, and she's fighting through it because it's they know all that. We don't know all that.
Right.
And then they come over and you just see it pouring off of them. One of the best parts of the championship. But the best part of the championship is the custom-made cons. The Wolverines picking up on the Lancers with the homemade sneakers. We gotta love it.
I think we need a pair next year.
We do. We need ECC Cheer Championships. Now, one thing I love about Griswold, they are always great crowd, and I love the colors. We've talked about this. I am essentially a fish. Shiny things draw my attention. I would be caught very easily. If it's shiny and it moves around, and I think Griswold's colors, I've always loved their outfits. I think their colors pop, and I think the coach's sneakers are a testament to that. Those are the cons. I love them. It's not March yet because the St. Patrick's Day stuff is on the horizon, and I think that's what I'm seeing. I got the Shamrocks. That's St. Patrick's Day-esque.
Bringing all the luck that they can to this competition, and I agree with you. I love the green. I love how it pops. They have uniforms that are a little bit more unique than some of the other ones that we've seen, and they really pull it off.
Sports Doctor,
From one Irish guy to another. O'Neill to O'Brien, bring it on the green, I say.
I am Irish 2 times a year.
Griswold is coming off of a season where they had 13 seniors graduate, so a lot of underclassmen taking the mat. Excited to see what they're able to put out.
Yeah, they've had some really good years the past few years, transitioning.
We had a nice toe touch basket and standing tumbling happening at the same time. I like how they had the full team do that toe touch, and it was beautiful and the timing was great. A lot of stuff going on the mat. A single base with an arabesque twist down. A fun transition out of that. Great switch up to heel stretch. And they're keeping it fun.
Crowd likes it. Coaches like it.
Heading into jumps. Full team participation in that quad jump. Some fast-paced motions going on there, and a lot of motions that are correlating to their music. Working on that single base switch up.
I've always liked Griswold's choreography in the dance as well, so we got that coming up still. Not as many tumblers this year as they've had in past years. They've had some big squads over the past few years.
It's nice to see how they're using tumblers throughout the routine, though, with the extras that they have on the mat. You can almost count on someone tumbling at every second so far. Round off 3 back handsprings. This late in the routine, I know she's tired. Round off layout to the back corner. They're utilizing the mat in a really fun way.
Griswold, Wolverines.
A lot of happy cheerleaders again. I love this trend that we're having where everyone is so proud of themselves coming off the mat.
Difficulty was high. The fans love it. They made it work. Never easy in the moment. Overcoming the obstacles and the struggles of a season. The sports doctor is going to be with a group of Wolverines. Sports doctor, what do they think?
Well, girls, you guys really knocked it out of the park. What do you think of your performance tonight?
Oh my God, we just did amazing. Like, our energy was there. We really had that.
What did the coach talk about it before you guys came in?
We talked a lot about how competitions like this are all about those strategic placements. So motions, stunts, everything can change the way the competition goes. So just go out there, and even if all those stunts fall, that smile on your face and those motions are the most important part.
Now, the biggest thing, too, is to have fun. Now, talk about it.
I told my girls, have fun, pretend like you're still doing youth. You know, it's not that big of a deal. We drop everything. We still love our team no matter what.
Lots of fun, lots of green. Love the coaches' sneakers, too. Great job tonight, ladies. Casey?
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Home of the Wolverines, senior Peyton Lee right there. Beautiful picture for Griswold with the banner, and an excellent routine performance from Griswold High School. Up next, we saw East Lyme. Now it's time to see Fitch, the Falcons, up next on the mat. Everybody's excited to see it. The ECC Cheer Championships roll on at Waterford High School. You're on Game Day live on day.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports. All of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce, though. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Go over to patreon.com/theday and sign up to make a small recurring contribution. Think of it as a tip to the Game Day crew for what they do. Want to show your support in a more visible way? Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
There they are, the Fitch High School cheerleaders ready to take the mat. They were state champions. Didn't win the ECC, but they won the states last year, and they're bringing back a big and exciting roster. They got the crowd, and they got some of the faces of ECC basketball. Amir Gray, Naz Rembert, J.J. Robinson, all here in attendance. Now, I have it on good authority that a couple of them have girlfriends on the team. You can see Amir Gray for sure, rocking it on the front of the shirt. That's a smart move right there, young man. This makes me so happy when I see kids. I see Bacon athletes here for the Bacon cheerleaders. Fitch. All of these girls deserve all of this. And you see here, the cheerleaders from Killingly loving what they did earlier. They're going to be rooting on Fitch, and Fitch will be heading to the mat here shortly as the judges tally up the previous performance. Talk real quickly about what you saw from Griswold.
Griswold, I applaud how creative they were. I mean, another team, they had a little bit more people on the mat than what we've seen so far today, but still not a huge squad, but there was always something to look at. A stunt was going on, tumbling was happening, creative formations and motions. They really, I didn't know where to look, but in a good way. There was always something going on. I could count on, being surprised and being impressed at every moment throughout the routine. And I gotta say, they should be pretty proud. I mean, they're, coming off the loss of 13 seniors, and they didn't miss a beat. They had some great difficulty going on in their stunts. They had some beautiful tumbling, and again, just a nice creative routine, using a lot of the mat, using each other. They might have not had two stunts going at the same time, the same thing going on, but they were still making sure to hit all those points with the skills that they need to have in the routine.
So we are near the home stretch of the competition. Fitch will be the final of our first three trifectas. What I mean by that is it goes D2, D3, D1. So that's a segment, if you will. This will be the third of our segment. So after Fitch, we will have seen 3 D1 teams, 3 D2 teams, 3 D3 teams. And I think at this point, after this routine, we can talk a little bit about where we think things stand from a lay person and a commentator perspective as we head into the finals. The Fitch routine is brought to you by River Valley Aesthetics Institute. River Valley Aesthetics Institute was founded on the idea that a school should offer more than education. It should prepare the student with the knowledge, training, and confidence that will lead them to a long and rewarding career. RVEI distinguishes itself by offering state-of-the-art education that is at the forefront of the industry. Visit myrvei.com for more information. The Fitch Falcons are on the mat.
Now, Fitch has quite the program this year. I was talking to Coach Melissa Robinson last weekend, and I believe she said they have 37 athletes in their program this year. So they have multiple teams competing. They have a junior varsity, a varsity. They have, I think, a sub-varsity team going on as well. And there's no more, I mean, what more could you do as a coach to build up your program and build up a dynasty, especially coming off of a state championship? I'm sure they had a lot of interest and a lot of people wanting to join their team, and they took on that challenge by creating more opportunities for the cheerleaders at Fitch to compete and gain this experience.
So a big roster, not as big as we've seen in the past. What we got, about 14?
I believe 14, so that means that they're going to be able to put up 3 stunts, kind of similar to what we saw from East Lyme earlier. Again, it's beautiful visually, but it is tough to do. You have a lot of people to have doing these skills to get them in this high range.
If you're wondering about the remainder of the performances, after Fitch comes Ledyard, then Putnam and NFA rounding out the fourth set of 3, and then Bacon Academy and Wheeler will be the final 2 on the mats representing D2 and D3. But on the mat now, the Fitch Falcons, state champions, looking to be ECC champions.
Yes, and with a co-ed routine, we've only seen one other co-ed team today. That is their slogan, and they own it. Cartwheel step and tucks right to the front, getting everyone pumped up. Look at those high to highs and low to highs. Twist down from our group on the left. Half turn switch up with a full rewind down. Already heading into some pyramid skills. Those were solid high to highs. Right into low to high switch ups. They're just going and going. Half turn switch up from our middle group. Round off whip, handspring layout. Love the use of the mat in the transition during that cheer. Heading into jumps. Quad jump, they opted to not have the full team participate, but they have that stunt going on in the back. Pitch kick full in the back, tumbling going on in front of it. So much going on in the best way possible. Three single bases going on. Single base switch ups, and they're able to do, 2 groups at once because they have such a large group on the mat. Not only was that a switch up, but it twisted all the way around. Great job. You can count on Fitch to bring the attitude, the sass, the energy, all the fun stuff.
Falcons soaring at the X. Big routine for Fitch. Will it be enough? We don't know, but in the moment, all the pain, all the work, all the effort, and the Falcons brought it. We'll find out how they felt about their routine. Sports Doctor has some happy Falcons.
Wow. Ladies, well, I saw a little bit of swagger out there early. You guys got it cooking out there. How does it feel?
It feels really good. It feels great. Our team is doing really good out there, and I'm really proud of them.
A little out of breath, but what was the best part of the performance, you think?
The dance, of course. We always eat the dance up, always. No matter what happens, we eat in the dance up.
Who comes up with the creativity for the program out there?
I think we all do. We all have a part of the choreography and routine, which makes it so perfect for us.
This is no joke, man. Fitch is in the house. They proved it today. Great job, girls. All right.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. A happy group of Falcons. They came, they saw, they soared. We'll find out where they stand later on when the judges' tallies are in. Up next on the mat will be the Ledyard Colonels. We'll find out where they stand. Right now, you're watching the ECC Cheer Championships from Waterford High School live on Game Day on theday.com.
I came here in 1992 not knowing a soul, and I started a law practice in New London. The community has supported us ever since. Thank you. Game day athletes, playing high school sports is going to be one of the best experiences of your life. I know you give 100% effort and you treat your teammates, your opponents, and your coaches and officials with respect. Are you doing the same in school? Are you showing up every day and giving 100% effort? Are you giving the respect to your classmates, your teachers, and your parents? Sure, winning is great, and give it your best today when you go out on that field. But never forget, getting a good education will be the best game you'll ever play in your life.
Ledyard up next on the mat. The Colonels' routine is moments away. The judges are tallying up. So we have seen from Division 1, Killingly, East Lyme, and Fitch. From Division 2, New London, Stonington, and Waterford. And from Division 3, Plainfield, Montville, and Griswold. Let's start with Division 3. Plainfield, Montville, and Griswold. Without going into all of them, which of the three stands out in your mind of those three?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot here. I would say Plainfield had a pretty memorable routine starting us out, but between Plainfield and Montville, I think they had similar style routines going on with similar difficulty, having, the 6 or 7 on the mat. So that one, I think, between the two of them is going to be close, just with the elite skills that they had in their partner stunts.
So I have a note here. Funk is a Montville homer. Can't judge So I got you, clearly. No, but I think you're right. I think you're spot on. I think Plainfield had the maybe better of the routines from a precision standpoint. Montville tried to pack a little more in. That's going to be a very, very close one. Division 2, we saw New London, Stonington, and Waterford. I think I know the answer to this, but which stood out to you amongst those three?
It has to be Waterford. I think they were the only team that put out the stunting skills in the high level range that they were in. New London had a lot of tumbling going on, but Waterford, they had that strong base to go off of with all these championships in the past couple of years. And so their scores are just going to be in that highest range that you can be in for stunting. They had a lot of tumblers going out on the mat, so I would say Waterford.
Yeah, I think D2 is actually pretty easy, right? Stonington was amazing and did the best you can do with 4 people.
I totally agree.
New London is probably lamenting what could have been if they had their full squad, but they did as good as they could have done with the group they had and the time they had, which was a little more than what Stonington could do. But neither of them could match what Waterford was able to bring, both from a numbers and difficulty and execution standpoint. Division 1, they're Division 1 for a reason. We've seen 3 brilliant performances, Killingly, East Lyme, and Fitch. Again, I think I know. Where are you standing with those 3?
So I would say all 3 teams were pretty much on par with each other with, the ranges that they're going to be in for their stunting. All of them were hitting that elite range. And I could totally be wrong. I'm going to go with East Lyme here because their stunts were very precise. So clean and crisp when they were hitting those skills. You just got this beautiful visual going on. They had that fun theme, didn't overpower their skills, but it, drew you in a little bit. You were wondering what was going on with the checkered bows and with the full throttle. But D1, oh my gosh, I don't think any of us are going to be able to predict how that's going to pan out.
I'm with you. I think D1 is very close across the board. I think that East Lyme, with the energy of the crowd, the size of their team, those intangibles that might influence judges. Ledyard's up next, and their performance is brought to you by the Thames Eye Group. If you want to see clearly, see Thames Eye Group. Located in Mystic, Connecticut. You can find out more visiting ThamesEyeGroup.com or give them a call, 536-4916. Listen, if you want to see great performances like this, you got to go see Thames Eye Group.
This is Ledyard's second year under head coach Teresa Quibble, my former coach at Montville. And last year, they really worked on their tumbling, and this year they're trying to get those stunts together. I mean, you can see the tumbling right off the bat. All those standing handsprings going on. Good recovery in the back there.
Waterford is in their sights because they believe that an ECC Division II championship is a possibility for them. That means they're targeting what we think is Waterford right now for that top spot.
So Ledyard seemed to opt for showcasing that flexibility and having that twist down instead of trying those switch-ups like we've seen some other groups do. But we had both groups in the air, and they're looking good. Great height on those jumps. Here we go with some running tumbling. Some nice round of handsprings going on. A lot of tumblers on this team. Beautiful layout.
Coaches love it, teammates love it. So far, so good for the Colonels.
Great volume, and I really like their choreography in the cheer. That was a fun transition. Here we go into some pyramid pieces. Great switch up.
Oh, that was cool.
That was fun. And that's that creativity that's really going to get the crowd excited. Some partner work right here. That was a fun transition with the one-armed front walkover. Double 9 jump.
Right now, Ledyard's got to be happy. They're hitting some creative and interesting moves. Seems like they're adding enough stunts. The tumbling is there. So far, the Colonels have to be pleased.
I would say they are. Look at this energy in the dance. You know they're excited about what they just did.
Oh, the coaches love it. The girls on the mat feeling like they might have done enough. They certainly executed everything they were shooting for. Waterford is the team we think right now, is the high part of D2, but Ledyard has to feel like that routine is putting them in the mix in Division II with Waterford. The sports doctor's got a couple of very tired but very happy Colonels.
They're tired indeed. Down the stretch, you guys nailed that routine. Talk about it.
I mean, we've been doing it back-to-back, losing girls left to right, but we came out here and we hit everything. Everything hit. I'm so proud of my team. I'm so proud of my family. Everything.
What was the best part of the routine for you girls out there?
For me, probably the dance. That's my favorite part.
Definitely my favorite part is that pyramid. That pyramid has been our most difficult to stunt ever, and we hit that. We definitely hit that. Yes!
Happy group of Colonels here, Case. Good job.
I mean, that says it all right there. No matter what the judges say, they came out of it hitting the thing that they hadn't. So for them, nothing better than that moment. That moment will live. We're up next. We got Putnam coming on the mat. First time in 5 years. The Clippers will be on the mats at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports. All of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce, though. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Go over to patreon.com/theday and sign up to make a small recurring contribution. Think of it as a tip to the game day crew for what they do. Want to show your support in a more visible way? Hit up our merch store and pick up some game day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
The Clippers of Putnam High School, and if there is a feel-good story today, it is Putnam. Why should we be rooting on the Clippers more so than even our other teams?
I mean, why not? It's their first time back on the mat after 5 years, which is obviously an amazing feel-good moment to begin with. And our coaches are actually a sister duo. Head coach Molly and assistant coach Alyssa, Team Siren Sisters. I mean, as you know, someone who grew up in cheering with my sister, there's nothing more special than that. Putnam has worked really hard. I think they're going to impress us today with the skills that they're putting on the mat. I don't think we'll be able to tell that it's their first time back in 5 years. They've been working really hard and just working on increasing their skills and nailing what they have in the routine.
They have 2 returning seniors from last year's squad, the captains, Draven Levesque and Kai Raymond. And other than that, you know, there's not much there. This is a new group. They've competed in the novice beginner division, but the girls have worked so hard. Just getting on the mat at the ECC Cheerleading Championships is a huge step in the right direction for Putnam High School. The Siren Sisters hoping for a revolution. Yeah, if you knew that was a Skylar sister reference from Hamilton, you get 7 bonus points for those of you out there watching. But right there, forgive Mike Demoro walking through it, that right there is why we love this day, right? Because they're just having a good time. And the one theme, you hear kids, the athletes, they say it all the time, right? They say, we're just out there trying to have fun. You don't feel like they ever really mean it, right? It's always like winning. I feel like for a lot of these girls, they are genuinely so happy to just be with their teammates out there performing.
Well, and for cheer, it's more often than not that you're not nailing, you know, the stuff and the skills aren't hitting. It's hard. These routines, they're 2 minutes and 30 seconds of pure exhaustion. You are going nonstop. And so adding in the atmosphere of being at a competition and having that adrenaline going through you, every piece that you complete successfully is a win. And so when they're coming off the mat, yeah, sometimes we're going to have some tears over something that went wrong. But it is, you know, there's no way to describe it. Just, you don't expect that it's going to work most of the time with the anxiety and with the pressure. And so many of these groups, they're having a blast, and that's why they're having these successful performances.
I can't say this enough. You know, in baseball, if you give up a home run, you've got 5 seconds, 10 seconds before you get the ball back and you throw another pitch. In basketball, if you miss a shot, you get 5-6 seconds before you get the ball back and you have to take another shot. You know, in football, if you miss a tackle, you get a few seconds. In cheerleading, you literally don't have a second. We say you can't skip a beat. That's part of it. You can't lose the beat either. You can't show the disappointment. You can't skip a beat. You have to stay in the second, not just, you know, stay in the moment. You have to stay on lock. And we've seen some of these girls miss something, and it's like their face changes for a snap of the finger, and it's right back into it. I can't imagine how difficult that must be.
Right, and I mean, you have no time to react. Unfortunately, something about cheerleading is when something goes wrong, the eyes of the audience and the judges tend to go over to you. And so you have to, you know, sometimes these girls are hitting the mat hard when something doesn't go right, whether that's in tumbling or coming down from a stunt, and they have to get back up and keep going on count, and they have to do it with a smile on their face. It is not easy to do, but, you know, that's something that they have to work on in practice, is that recovery. I mean, recovery is a huge thing in cheerleading, having to make up those points and make up that energy when something goes wrong.
I want to give a special points out to Waterford AD Chris Landry, because I have seen him today giving out some refreshments to some people who needed it. He's now on fixing of the mat duty. Earlier, I saw him cleaning up a regifted breakfast from one of our athletes. He has done everything today, and I do love this about, we saw it in wrestling in last week's championships, when something happens on the mat or whatever, all the wrestlers pitch in and immediately get to work. You see all the cheerleaders right now pitching in and getting to work to help fix the mat so that we can get going.
Casey, it takes a village, you know. So whether it's a wrestling community or a cheerleading community or a basketball community, it takes a village.
But back in 1948, when the sports doctor was a senior at Wheeler High School, if something was wrong with the mound, the sports doctor would have sat in the corner, put his hat down, and said, "Coach, you let me know when the mound's fixed. I'll be visualizing my next at bat."
Listen, when there's work done or cleanup duty to be done, I'm in the hospitality booth with their sandwiches and soft drinks provided by Chris Landry and crew.
MVP, most valuable pretzel?
Something like that.
Well, I have to give credit to our judges today as well, because this has got to be a difficult task for them. Talk a little bit about your experience with judges from all your aspects, you know, as a performer, as a coach, as a judge.
So a lot of people, they think that they're the best. You worked so hard, and sometimes getting that feedback that you aren't the best isn't the easiest thing to do, and it is very easy to, you know, the judges don't like us, or the judges didn't see this happen. We saw this team mess up, but, you know, they didn't get points off. It's a tough role to be in. It is an underappreciated role. Something special that our judges do is they get to leave comments, and so if they give you a score that you might not think is what you deserve, they usually give you some feedback of, hey, try adding this skill in, or try changing this formation. So they're definitely in a tough position, but they're so needed.
The Putnam High School Clippers on the mat.
Starting off with some good volume, getting the cheer out of the way. Toe touch basket to start it off. They worked on upgrading their skills for ECCs today. Front walkover round-off across the front of the mat while the stunt's going up. Keeping it nice and clean in that extension with a straight cradle. Fun transition there. Heading into jumps. Full team participation on that quad jump. They did lose someone on their team a couple nights ago, I believe to an injury. So you can see that that one stunt didn't go and they chose to mark it. Sometimes as a coach, you got to make those decisions for safety.
Great height.
Full twisting basket toss. Front handsprings to the back corners. We have cartwheels going on. Looks like we're getting tumbling out of everyone on the mat.
I like that.
Nice and smooth. Nice positions in the pyramid. Getting use out of everyone on the mat. Single base up to a prep lib. Loving the attitude from Putnam. Their facials and motions show that they are setting the bar for years to come.
Smooth sailing for the Clippers. First time in 5 years, they're winners. No matter what happens, that is a moment of importance at Putnam High School. The Siren Sisters have gotten Putnam back on the mat. We're going to talk to them momentarily and find out just what that feels like, being back on the mat, being the group that got Putnam back into the ECC Cheer Championships 5 years later. The Sports Doctor has the Putnam Clippers, and let's find out what they think.
Coach, back on the mat is Putnam. How does it feel?
It feels awesome. I'm really, really proud of this group of girls. They worked so hard this season and just pushed, and we're determined to get here, and we did it. And so I'm really, really proud of them.
What was your best part of your routine?
I feel like just hitting all the stunts that we really worked hard to do, like working on them. Like we did a lot of new stunt work, so I think that was the best part.
Now, being such a small group, does it bring you guys closer together?
Yeah, it very much does. We're very close to each other.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, the Putnam Clippers, Casey, after 5 years. Coach, great job, ladies. All right, Casey?
Clippers back on the mat, doing good things, lots to be proud of. We've got 3 teams left in the competition here for the ECC Cheer, NFA, Bacon Academy, and Wheeler. We'll have NFA up next on the mat. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Part of our commitment to serving our patients includes providing information that helps them to make more informed decisions about their oral health needs. Our website is a resource we hope you'll find both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com.
Well, as we head into a brand new season on Game Day, we want something brand new to come to all of you as well. Game Day launching its merchandise store for the first time. Now, as you know, greatness has no off-season, and Game Day has no off-season either. We're always working to provide you the best we can do, and that includes great merch. So come on into the merchandise store for Game Day. As the season progresses, who knows who's going to say what that'll make it onto the next Game Day t-shirt. Find out in the merch store. Up next on the mat at the ECC Cheer competition here, the championships, the NFA Wildcats, the final of our Division I teams. Casey O'Neill along with Emily Funk. We'll talk a little bit about NFA, the final of D1. D1 has been hyper competitive up until this point.
So NFA is another one of our teams today that, has a younger team. Only one cheerleader out of the 11 taking the mat has ever cheered at an ECC competition before. 7 of the competing are freshmen. So, I think that they're really hoping to have a routine that makes them feel good about the years to come. NFA, you can always count on them to have fun motions, intricate choreography. Another team that I look forward to their dance. They're another co-ed team, which is very exciting to see. They have a couple seniors on the sideline with injuries. I feel like I've said that a lot today, but it truly speaks to cheerleading. And, one person getting injured, in some other sports you might be able to pop someone right back in. In cheer, it changes everything. We've seen groups opt to take a whole stunt group off the mat. We've seen some teams opt to mark stunts. NFA rework their routine in order to take the mat today, and I'm excited to see what they show us this year.
Yep, led by senior Nora Brassard. You got Kaylee Capolotis and Blair LaPierre who are out with injury. So, relying on your seniors is one thing. Relying on them when they're injured is impossible. You got to hope for the support. They'll be cheering them on, and you got to rely on the veterans that you do have. NFA taking the mat. The final of our Division I teams here in the ECC Cheer competition.
Full twisting basket to start off with 5 standing handsprings going in front. Full team jump participation right there. Beautiful synchronization on those jumps. Jumps usually aren't people's favorite part of the routine, so I like how NFA is getting them out of the way. classic cheer with great volume. Got some running, tumbling, nice round off top. Some baskets going in the back, a lot to look at and all great things to see. They use those front walkovers to transition, but also to get some majority tumbling. Two stunts going up nice and clean. Very nice libs. Nice flexibility on that arabesque with a twist down. I like how they're reloading after their stunts to ensure that both groups have time to get back up and make it work. High to high tick-tock in the pyramid with some flexibility with that heel stretch.
Nice.
Single base, love that right there.
Crowd liked it too.
Low to high switch up to a heel stretch. That was nice and solid.
Coaches really like that one. Oh, starting to settle in now. They're starting to feel it, getting back on track just in time to bring the energy.
There we go with that dance. I love that in the front. So creative.
The NFA Wildcats, our final Division I team, has to be happy with that performance. They had a lot going on. They brought some difficulty to the routine as well. They got a lot of execution. Once they settled in, you could see a little bit of some rough patches early, but they got it all together and really finished strong with the routine.
They were very strategic too with their stunts. If you notice the group that had a little bit more success in getting up, they were still reloading after each skill. And so that group that might have had a little bit more difficulty had the opportunity to get back up and get those skills in that they might have missed if they were just going straight from one skill to the other.
Well, the sports doctor's going to have a chance to talk to some of the Wildcat cheerleaders and find out what they think about that performance here in the championship. Sports doctor.
Well, Coach, a lot of smiles, a lot of good things happening out there. Which stood out the most?
I'm just so glad that they pretty much hit it. We have a whole new team, a whole new program. It's all freshmen pretty much. You have one girl on that mat that had been on ECC, competed at ECC before, so this was amazing.
Well, youth has been served here at Waterford High School. NFA's in the house. What was the best part of your performance?
Oh my gosh, just hitting everything and feeling that moment when everything went up and it stayed up. It felt really good. It felt really good.
When you're in the mat, you're in the zone, do you tune the fans out or do you feed off the energy of the crowd?
I feed off the energy of the crowd. The louder the fans are, I feel like it energizes us and it makes us do even better. I love hearing the fans.
Great job, ladies. NFA brought it tonight, Casey.
Thank you, sports doctor. We got a couple names. Remember the name. NFA, absolutely. The Wildcats, proud of their performance. We've got two more. The Bacon Academy Bobcats are up next in Division II, and then Wheeler in Division III will round out the cheerleading championships before our unified performances at the end. Very excited crowd of over 1,000 here at the ECC Cheer Championships live from Waterford High School, all on game day, live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports, all of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce though. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Go over to patreon.com/theday and sign up to make a small recurring contribution. Think of it as a tip to the Game Day crew for what they do. Want to show your support in a more visible way? Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
There you see the final two groups to perform here in the ECC Cheer Championships. The Bacon Academy Bobcats are huddled up with high expectations in Division II. And then our final group will be the Wheeler Lions, the Sports Doctors alma mater. My alma mater and the Sports Doctors alma mater bookending the ECC Cheer Championships today. And, of course, yours was somewhere mixed in there somewhere in the middle as well. So the Bacon Academy Bobcats, let's talk a little bit about them. They are a experienced group. They've had a lot of success this year, and the expectations are high for Bacon. What can you tell us about the Bobcats?
So something we're going to see from Bacon that we've only really seen from one other team today, from East Lyme, is that they have a theme going on. So not only are they going to be doing some incredible skills for us today, but I believe their theme is circus, and so they have the music and the energy, the bows to go along with it. Bacon over the past couple of years has been really consistent with their high skill level. They're just always stuck in a tough division. So I think that they have that motivation and inspiration behind them to nail this routine today and hopefully come out with a ECC championship title.
I love the Bacon Academy cheers of Coach Fryer, Brackett, and Simmons. They've got the Bobcats ready to go, and I've had a chance to see this routine as well a couple times. A lot of these girls cheered in the fall as well. My son's a football player, so I've seen them cheering all year long, and they're an experienced group. There's a lot of returning girls there, and they're a very talented group, and I know the expectations are very high. We should tell you that the Bacon Academy Championship performance is brought to you by Noel's Market. Family owned and operated in Colchester, Noel's is a staple of the community through their high quality products, service to the town, and support of all Colchester youth. Visit noelsmarket.com for more information at noelsmarketct.com. Go down and tell Coach Bob that you were watching game day. That's the wild thing. Jacob Cerniglia, Bacon Academy Bobcat football player, and Joe Vernali, father of Natalia Vernali, a senior cheerleader on Bacon Academy. That's the wild thing. They call Jacob, and it's ironic because Coach Vernali is the one who gave Jacob the nickname Wild Thing when he was 9 years old as a pitcher. It says it all right there when you give your 9-year-old kid the Wild Thing nickname. I love one thing here as we get to the end. I love that it's all still in doubt too. Like Bacon right now in D2, has Waterford and Ledyard in their sights. We think, maybe Waterford a little bit ahead of Ledyard, but Bacon's still very much in it. We don't know where the teams are. I think we have an idea about Division I. I think we have an idea about Division II and an idea about Division III as far as who might be up top.
Right.
But we've also been wrong in years past as well. So right now for Wheeler in Division III, an experienced group, and Bacon here in Division II, an ECC championship in their division is very much a possibility.
Yeah, don't count them out. I personally always love going the last in my division because you get to be the last thing that they remember. So hopefully they leave a lasting impression today and give us a great routine.
There's the circus theme.
There we go. Starting off with a pyramid element. Single base switch up. Kick full baskets. Love the cheer being on theme with their theme and their beautifully tight motions. Great standing tumbling there with back handsprings with some back walkovers mixed in. Quad jumps, great height, especially from our two in the front. Love that double 9. Beautiful switch up to lib with a nice twisting dismount. Mixing in some standing tumbling with running tumbling. Round off tuck. And round off handspring tuck.
Now, of course, a song from The Greatest Showman.
Of course.
Keeping the theme.
It was a fun transition. Nice inversion. Fighting to get that to the top. A step up, switch up right there. Recovering, getting into this pyramid. Full up to single leg, high to high, TikTok back and forth.
I just pulled a hamstring watching that.
Nice front layout, ending out that pyramid. Delivering that energy in the dance.
The Bobcats, Bacon Academy.
Definitely some happy cheerleaders coming off that routine. Another routine with a lot of difficulty in it. All those girls were doing something at every moment.
It was a lot of innovation in there, and certainly the creativity with the circus theme was a lot of fun. The sports doctor is going to have a couple of Bobcats to talk to, and they should be very proud. Let's see how they feel. Ask Evie how she feels about that routine.
Wow, that was a lot of fun. How do you feel about the routine?
I feel amazing. The energy leading up to it, like everything just came together in the end. I'm sorry, I'm so out of breath. But I'm so proud of my team. We all licked each other throughout the entire routine, and we knew we were hitting the best feeling in the entire world.
Now, with a small group, too, the level of creativity was tremendous. How do you think you guys did?
I think we did really good. I mean, we worked so hard for it, like so over time. We're really close, really encouraged each other on, but yeah, I think we did good.
Great job tonight, ladies. Bacon Academy in the house.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sports doctor. One more to go. The Wheeler Lions will close us out. Bacon Academy has to be happy about their routine. Where will it put them in Division II? We'll find out when the judges' tallies come in at the end of the ECC Cheerleading Championships. Bobcats, well done. Lions up next. Bobcats and Lions and Bears. Oh my! You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports. All of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce, though. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Go over to patreon.com/theday and sign up to make a small recurring contribution. Think of it as a tip to the Game Day crew for what they do. Want to show your support in a more visible way? Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
There's our final group in the ECC Cheerleading Championships, the Wheeler Lions. They'll be coming on to the group, onto the mat soon. Lion basketball in the house. A lot of good things going on at the ECC's smallest school. Kyle Kessler, some of the boys there. Let's talk a little bit about what Wheeler brings to the table.
Wheeler has they have a strong group of seniors. They have 5 seniors taking the mat that have been cheering together since middle school. And like we talked about before, Wheeler, they bring the energy, the sportsmanship, everything to the ECC Championship every single year. They consistently get a Spirit Award for just how welcoming they are to the other teams. But don't count them out as competitive. They've worked really hard on getting their stunting to a higher level. They have some single bases in their pyramid. They have some skill showing flexibility like heel stretches that we're really looking out for. Supposed to be fast paced with a lot of transitions going on. I'm looking forward to a really exciting performance from Wheeler.
Sports Doctor, did you slip the judges?
Well, I tell you, yeah, you get a little payoff, but you know, I've been sitting here eating crow for years. from Casey O'Neill about the Wheeler Lions. Basketball team kicking and taking names.
Yeah.
The cheerleading, Wheeler's on the rise right now.
All 72 of them at Wheeler High School are doing a fabulous job.
That's what is that, 16 per class? 17 per class?
Listen, I went over earlier this year to do help with the feature that we did at Wheeler, and I was very impressed with everything over there. Wheeler High School, it does a fabulous job. They are the smallest school. They do a fabulous job with the resources and numbers
It's
that
the right
they have.
people in place, is it not?
100%.
I mean, the right people in place, coaches, and raising the energy and stuff like that. It's nice to see. It's really nice to see.
They have 11 cheerleaders on the mat right now, which in all fairness represents probably 15%
of the graduating class or the whole school?
No, the whole school. 50% of the girls at Wheeler are on the mat right now. I mean, there is some truth about the difficulty getting numbers at any school, let alone at a small school, and they don't have a football team to cheer for, so they don't have the fall cheerleading. Their players are in a co-op with Griswold in the fall, so not all of their cheerleaders that would cheer have an opportunity to cheer during the fall season, even if so. That's another added difficulty. They're only a winter sport cheer team.
I think the smaller group of kids brings them together maybe and builds a bit more of a bond too, does it not?
Oh, certainly. I mean, look at them in the back. They're so excited to be taking the mat with each other. They're building this really strong relationship amongst their team, and it does speak volumes of the program that's being built here at Wheeler, that they have this many kids taking the mat with such a small school. It's so impressive.
Let's go.
They have always been the sportsmanship award winners. They've cheered on everybody. Now it's time for everybody to cheer on Wheeler.
Full team cartwheels with a nice tuck going right in the middle. Beautiful height in that double 9 jump. Love the length of that cheer and the volume throughout. I love how they use a lot of the mat during the cheer.
Good start.
Great stunts. I see what they're talking about with trying those flexible skills with an arabesque, a scale, and a heel stretch. Beautiful jumps.
It's remarkable, even in the past couple of years, we've seen all quad jumps now. Remember we saw in the beginning some teams not attempting, they only tried triples. Now, if you don't try quads, you don't even get on the mat.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would say it's an easy part of the score sheet, having all your kids jump and making them do that quad jump. Look at the strength in that, a single base, high to high. Layout to end out that pyramid. Pretty solid pyramid from Wheeler.
Visually very impressive.
Utilizing a lot of the mat, having all their kids tumble, and that's how you grow a program. Look at that layout.
Good height.
Full twisting basket.
Wow.
Look at that. Playing to their flyer strengths.
And the strength, because not all flyers, they have some strong flyers.
Yes. Inversion up to prep right there, not an easy thing to do. Heading into some more pyramid elements. High to heel stretch. This energy has been up throughout the entire routine.
Roar, Lions, roar!
What a routine. Oh my gosh. Happy coach right there.
Coach Sherry Tardif has to love it. A chance for Rose Tardif and the rest of the Wheeler Lions to bring it here at the ECC Cheer Championships, and they did just that. Can't wait to see how excited they are about their routine, because quite honestly, waiting the entire, and that's a question, for a team that's always used to going first, how hard was it to wait and wait and wait before finishing off the day? Sports Doctor.
Well, a little razzmatazz, a little pizzazz, a little flair. Coach, I saw you jumping out of your shoes over there. How was that program?
They were absolutely amazing. And Catherine's amazing choreography. They performed it to a T. We couldn't be prouder.
They hit it. They absolutely blew us away. Loved it.
So proud of them.
Our seniors going out in style. How did it feel out there on the mat?
It felt so amazing. This is the best routine that Catherine has ever made. And we've been working so hard every single day. And I'm just so proud to do it with all of my best friends.
Where do you guys get all that energy from out there?
I don't even know. We're just so spirited in everything, the whole entire competition, that honestly, I don't think there's a second that we're like, oh, I'm like nervous. We kept going. We kept watching the other team's performances online because we were so sad we were missing it all.
Well, I got one thing to say. How about them Lions, huh? Casey?
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Great job. We are concluded with our championships. Now the Unified is taking place. The first routine will be Waterford High School, and they're brought to you by Waterford Dental Health at 177 Boston Post Road in Waterford. You want smiles? Here's your chance for smiles, and all that's good begins with a smile at Waterford Dental Health. Great feature on theday.com about this Waterford Unified team.
This is arguably my favorite part of the competition. I love the Unified teams.
And you know, it's funny, no nerves here. They were asked, the athletes, the Unified athletes were asked, "Do you get nervous out there?" And they were like, "You kidding me? We wait all, we've been waiting hours for this."
Oh my gosh. And you can tell how much fun they're always having during their performances. You want to get up and dance with them.
Oh, a little stun action. The crowd loves that.
Oh my gosh, look at that tumbling.
Oh, Cotton Eye Joe, you know everyone's going to join you for this.
Oh my gosh. What a fun way. And you could tell that they told their friends on other teams to join them for this. This is electric.
East Lyme, Bacon Academy, Killingly High School, Stonington Bears, Wheeler, Montville, Plainfield. I think there's somebody, Griswold's out there in the back. There's somebody from everybody. There's Fitch. They're all on the mat right now with the Waterford Unified team.
I don't think I've seen this done before, and I want to see it happen every single time.
Oh, and there's Chris Landry joining in the Cotton Eye Joe.
We got all the steps down. There we go.
Ledyard's out there as well.
I love seeing the cheerleaders mingle during this. Look, there is not a single face that doesn't have a smile on it.
The Waterford High School and the entire ECC doing the Cotton Eye Joe here at the ECC Cheerleading Championship. What a fabulous way to kick off the Unified cheerleading here at the ECCs. Waterford always has a great Unified program, and they did not let us down here today.
I can see their coach so proud in the back again. I mean, it's incredible. I got to watch a segment on this program, and you know how the cheerleaders have really taken ownership of making this happen and making these routines as fun as they are. And it says so much about the school, the environment, and just the legacy that Waterford cheerleading has built.
Up next, the Putnam, the Clippers, not only 5 years in the making to get back on the mat, adding the Unified performance as well.
at that.
Love it.
I love that they did a classic cheer to start it out, and then we have our comp music going. A basket to match our athlete in the front, both doing beautiful toe touches. Here we go into the dance.
Bring the house down, Putnam.
I love how the moves are going with the music.
Oh, the Clippers did not let us down. The crowd loves it. The judges, standing ovation, and the smiles say it all. Jasmine Allard, the Putnam Unified athlete, and that'll leave the NFA Unified group to finish us off here. Once the NFA Unified team has gone, there will be a 12-minute intermission here while the judges tally up all of the final results. And when we come back after that, we will have the ECC Sportsmanship Awards, Scholar Athlete Awards, and All-Star Awards being presented. Then, of course, the Colby Souza Spirit Award. And then finally, what everyone's been waiting all day for, the Division III, II, and I championships and the overall champion of the ECC. All of that still to come here at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. The NFA Wildcats will be our final cheer group on the mat today in the Unified Cheerleading Championship and performances of the ECC.
NFA is another school that always has a really strong unified cheer team. They always just have really fun routines and great incorporation and use of all the people on the mat.
4 unified athletes here for NFA, the largest number that we've seen so far. Our good friend on game day, Chris Staley, very active in the unified community and at NFA. NFA always top shelf.
Can't go wrong with some Toy Story.
No, at all. You got a friend in me.
Getting ready to build some bystands. That is a proud cheerleader. We got to see everyone working together during that performance. What better way to wrap up the day?
That's perfect. There's the NFA Unified cheerleading team. Fitting way to end the day here at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. There will be an intermission as well, and when they come back from the intermission, the ECC Sportsmanship, Scholar Athlete, and All-Star Awards, the Colby Souza Spirit Award, and then the awarding of the ECC Championships, Division III, II, I, and the overall championship, all still to come. We'll take a break. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
A couple of years ago, Waterford High School's Unified program added a new sport to its repertoire.
Our Unified athletes have joined up with the Waterford varsity cheer team to join together for a unified cheer team.
And one of the things that separates cheer from other unified sports is the coaching model.
And what was really neat about this group this year is that it's all athlete and student led. The girls came up with a routine completely on their own with just a little bit of coaching input.
And that model of inclusion is what unified sports is all about.
I like unified stuff to have fun.
It's definitely
a place where athletes can all express themselves and just have fun and not be so competitive about everything.
Like, we just have fun.
And by having fun and allowing the team to create the routine itself, Coach Maskell can sit back, watch, and enjoy.
Just letting them be the ones to be creative and be able to chat with the Unified girls and decide what they want to do and, what songs do you like, and do you like doing this dance, and let's do this motion and these jumps. And so it really was kind of a really nice way for them to do something a little bit different and on their own, and it's been really fun for me to see what they create on their own.
The relaxed style of coaching has also allowed the students to work more closely together.
Great component of the program is that the cheerleaders are really our mentors for, and vice versa. Everyone's learning from each other. Everyone has input, and everyone's ideas are valued, and get to work together to create a great routine.
We do starts, maybe a flow switch, some of it, yeah.
And with the ECC Championships this weekend, the team will get another opportunity to perform in front of a large crowd, which Olivia embraces.
Were you nervous, though, being out there in front of
No, I
all those
was
people?
confident. I was being myself a little bit.
Here at Game Day, we're proud to bring you unrivaled video coverage of local high school sports, all of it free for you to watch. These videos are not free for us to produce, though. If you'd like to ensure that we can keep covering your school and your teams, there's a few ways that you can support us. Go over to patreon.com/theday and sign up to make a small recurring contribution. Think of it as a tip to the Game Day crew for what they do. Want to show your support in a more visible way? Hit up our merch store and pick up some Game Day gear in your school colors. Our camera operators are always looking for those shirts and hoodies in the crowd, and you may see yourself on our next live stream. We get a lot of support from businesses in our community, and if you'd like to join them as a sponsor, send us a message and we can connect you with our advertising staff. Finally, The Day is the organization behind everything we do here at Game Day. If you want to support The Day's community journalism, consider a print or digital subscription at theday.com/subscribe.
I came here in 1992 not knowing a soul, and I started a law practice in New London. The community has supported us ever since. Thank you. Game Day athletes, playing high school sports is going to be one of the best experiences of your life. I know you give 100% effort and you treat your teammates, your opponents, and your coaches and officials with respect. Are you doing the same in school? Are you showing up every day and giving 100% effort? Are you giving the respect to your classmates, your teachers, and your parents? Sure, winning is great, and give it your best today when you go out on that field. But never forget, getting a good education will be the best game you'll ever play in your life.
At previous ECC Cheerleading Championships, the team from Wheeler High School has gone above and beyond to show their support for their competitors, with elaborate, colorful signs for every single team they compete against.
This particular group, since they were in 6th grade, the most important part that they always thought was you need to cheer each other on. Cheerleaders, yes, it's a sport. We are out there, we are performing, we are doing things that make people go, wow, that takes so much practice and is tiring. But also the other important aspect of being a cheerleader is supporting and cheering people on.
I would probably say it started in middle school because I remember we all made signs for the other teams we competed against, and we just kind of kept doing it because number one, we thought it was really fun to make the signs, and we love supporting the other teams because in the end, everyone's going out there to try and do the best that they can. And it's just important to support everyone because everyone's there for the same reason. They want to do their best and we want to have a good time, and it's just fun to support everyone. And the same thing is we love supporting our basketball team at games.
And this group has always felt that spirit piece in supporting their sports is just as important as that competitive piece for themselves.
Wheeler's dedication to cheering on their competitors is even more impressive when you consider the challenges of being the smallest school in the conference.
Wheeler being as small as we are, and we're only a winter sport, so we're always behind the 8 ball, and you have freshmen that are joining your team that have never had any cheer experience with these seniors or juniors that have had cheer experience, but you're trying to mesh them together. It can be challenging.
5, 6, 7, 8.
So this group, they're like, listen, we're gonna go, we're gonna do the best routine that we can do, we're gonna do what makes us proud, but we're also going to show who we are and that we support everyone. So right from their freshman year, they made signs, and they keep adding to them every single year, and that their job when they went was to cheer everyone on, because that's the point. They're cheerleaders.
Wheeler's enthusiasm has earned them the last 2 Colby Souza Spirit Awards in 2022 and 2023.
And we've been really lucky that they've gone first for like the last few years, so they've been able to watch everything. This year we're on the opposite, and we go last. So their biggest worry is, what are we going to do? We can't watch everybody.
But even if the order of competition throws them for a loop, Coach Tardif knows her team will bring everything they have on Saturday.
Just warms our heart, because they do. They put their heart and soul into everything they do, and their excitement just carries over into how they perform. And I think they realize that.
It's time for Game Day's Grade 8 Plays of the Week. At number 8, Plainfield Boys Basketball. Braden Marquis at Bacon Academy gets the pass. The long buzzer beater. Good. At number 7, Troy Torres Mori. Silverback Wrestling Club. He's only an 8th grader. What does it take to come in first place in the meet? Well, it takes a little silverback persistence, toughness, resilience. Nice job, Troy. At number 6, Michaela Piazny. Look at J-Lo with the dime, and Piazny with the reverse on her way to 18 points in the win. At number 5, Zanfina Janbala. Oh, she's a balla, all right. Look at the acrobatic move on the baseline. At number 4, Tristan Smith of Massac Track. Shot put second in Class M over 55 feet. At number 3, Ella Pereira, Killingly Gymnastics with the floor exercise. And watch her go. Boom. At number 2, Capri Sferrazza, East Lyme, Waterford St. Bernard Co-op. Uneven bars, a 9.6. Well, 9.6 means you gotta stick the landing, Capri. Did you stick the landing? Stuck. But at number 1, Thomas Matlock breaks a 44-year-old Class M record. He's ranked 5th in the United States, 63 feet to win Class M. Those are your Grade 8 Plays of the Week. Send us your best plays, and maybe you'll make next week's.
After years of success at the state level, Norwich Free Academy's dance team is heading to nationals.
Half of the girls cried. I cried because, tears of excitement, clearly.
This past year, the team hosted a home camp where judges from the Universal Dance Association decided if the team was eligible.
It just so happens that every single one of our dancers received all superior ribbons, which is the highest you can receive, and then we qualified for nationals.
I'm so excited. I've never experienced anything like traveling this far for a competition, so this is a new experience for I think all of us, and I'm really excited.
I think we're all really excited just because it's Florida and we get to be together and we get to show everyone the hard work we've been doing this whole time. We're here almost every day, 6 days a week, working for hours on end just to be our best and be competitive.
We practice just as much as any other sport. We put in massive amounts of hours every single day, sometimes even on Sundays, which I know some people think is crazy, but we're dedicated and we want the win and we want to continue to improve every single day.
I've been a dancer my entire life, and I've always heard that why should I consider you doing a sport? You're just dancing on a stage, but it's so much more than that. You put your body through so much to look like that on stage.
There is so much work that goes behind the scenes, all for us to look pretty on stage for a 2-minute routine that you get to enjoy. But sometimes for us it's a very stressful and long and hard-working process. Games, you can have so much fun, and it's a fun environment, because it's not just the dance team that's there. It's the student section, it's the cheer team, it's the basketball team, it's the football team. Everyone's excited for the exact same reason. Everybody's there for the same reason, and it's amazing.
When you hear your school or your studio called at a competition, you just feel great because you put on all that effort and you get something out of it, so it feels great. This is the biggest competition we've ever done as a team, so I think a lot of us are pretty nervous.
All that is good begins with a smile. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you with the personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Part of our commitment to serving our patients includes providing information that helps them to make more informed decisions about their oral health needs. Our website is a resource we hope you'll find both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com. We're back at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. The presentation of awards is about to begin, beginning with the Sportsmanship Award, Scholar Athlete, and All-Stars.
We'll be starting with the fall, Division II. Liz Marie Huep from New London. Abigail Newman, Stonington High School. Isabella Basket from Waterford High School. Jalen Warner, Ledyard High School. Taylor Georgians, Bacon Academy. And in Division III, Ariana Avery, Plainfield High School. Ava Guerrero, Montville High School. Ayala Dasif Lassiter, Griswold High School. And in Division I, Hadassah Kiwaya, Killingly High School. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Anna Prevost, East Lyme High School. Morgan Schuler, Fitch High School. Rebecca Jacobs, NFA. These are your fall sportsmanship winners for 2023-24.
The Fall Sportsmanship Award winners.
Congratulations. Now for the winter season, Division II, Tatiana Pemberton, New London High School. Brooke Marin from Stonington High School. Jessica Fielder, Waterford High School. Bailey Johnson, Ledyard High School. And Eve Savada, Bacon Academy. For Division III, Kyla Benzina, Plainfield High School. Giselle Chrisman, Montville High School. Peyton Lee, Griswold High School. Rose Raymond, Putnam High School. Adele Chiranzia, Wheeler High School. From Division 1, Sage Bukowski, Killingly High School. Allison Baker, East Lyme High School. Kaylana General, Fitch High School. And Maya Vera Cruz, Norwich Free Academy. These are your winter sportsmanship winners for 2023-24. Congratulations to all the winners. And now we will announce the 2023-24 ECC Scholar Athletes. Again, please come up when you're called to get your picture taken with your award. For fall, for Division 2, Tatiana Pemberton, New London High School. Aisha Robinson, Stonington High School. Rebecca Rourke, Waterford High School. Regina Pierre, Ledyard High School. And Fiona Lynn, Bacon Academy. In Division 3, Savannah Dubanetsky, Plainfield High School. Ava Giro, Montville High School. And Olivia Fryer, Griswold High School. For Division 1, Lila Moran, Killingly High School. Annabelle Duker, East Lyme High School. Destiny Pina, Fitch High School. And Grace Tisatsky, Norwich Free Academy. These are your fall scholar athletes. Congratulations to all the fall scholar athletes. And now for the winter season, Division 2, Ayana Mitchell, New London High School. Emily Stam, Stonington High School. Bianca Spera, Waterford High School. Ava Oliver, Ledyard High School. And Fiona Lynn, Bacon Academy. For Division 3, Savannah Dubanetsky, Plainfield High School. Sabria Wynn, Montville High School. Peyton Lee, Griswold High School. Draven Levesque, Putnam High School. And Ellen Anderson, Wheeler High School. In Division 1, Catherine Fisher, Killingly High School. Gianna Di Loretto, East Lyme High School. Isabella Bracci, Fitch High School. And Rebecca Jacobs, Norwich Free Academy. These are your winter 2023-24 scholar athletes. Congratulations to everyone. And now we will announce the ECC 2024 All-Stars for Division 1, 3, and 2. First, for honorable mention, in Division 1, Annabelle Duker, East Lyme High School. Catherine Fisher, Killingly High School. And Heike Ferrara, East Lyme High School. In Division 2, honorable mention, Bailey Johnson, Ledyard High School. Taylor Griswold, Waterford High School. Division 3, Keely Brown, Montville High School. Alana Chappell, Plainfield High School. And Isabella Ponce, Plainfield High School. These are your honorable mention All-Stars for 2024. And now for your All-Stars for 2024, Division 1, Savannah Futi, Killingly High School. Tayana Knight, Fitch High School. Sage Bukowski, Killingly High School. Linyana Reumi, East Lyme High School. Lily Daly, East Lyme High School. Alani Ferris, Fitch High School. And top scorer in the Division 1 is Lila Moran, Killingly High School. In Division 2, Natalie Vernali, Bacon Academy. Ayana Mitchell, New London High School. Jessica Fielder, Waterford High School. Jamaris Olivero, Waterford High School. Madison Peck, Bacon Academy. And top scorer in Division 2, Adriana Caba, Waterford High School. In Division 3, J. Lee Gray, Griswold High School. Jasmine Cephas, Griswold High School. Savannah Dubinetsky, Plainfield High School. Kyla Vezina, Plainfield High School. Ariana Panzalan, Montville High School. Top scorer in Division 3 and overall top scorer for all divisions, Rose Tardif from Wheeler. These are your ECC 2024 All-Stars. Congratulations to everyone. I want to remind the coaches that your score sheets will be available at the judges' table after the winners are announced. And now for the Colby Souza Award. Colby Souza had a talent for many sports, but a passion for one, cheerleading. Colby was 21 years old, was a 21-year-old lifelong Waterford resident. She began cheering at the age of 4 as a mascot for the Waterford Tigers and continued throughout high school. Colby also cheered for area all-star teams TVA. She was still involved with cheerleading as a coach when she was killed in an automobile accident on April 1st, 2005. Although Colby was an excellent all-around athlete, achieving 2 years All-State and MVP honors in field hockey and all-area and all-ECC honors in softball, cheerleading remained her love. Colby cheered at varsity level throughout high school, obtaining all-ECC status for all 4 years. She was an MVP her senior year. Colby was passionate about cheerleading and about the fact that cheerleading is a sport and cheerleaders are athletes. Her determination and dedication made Waterford cheerleading what it is today, respected and competitive. If you had the pleasure of watching Colby cheer, then you are lucky. If you didn't, then you missed something special. Colby is the perfect role model for young cheerleaders. She had a love for her sport that showed every time she took the floor for competition. She was a fierce competitor in the gym and an unfailing, dependable friend for life. Colby's body may not be here with us today, but her spirit certainly is. Her memory will be kept alive for all of those who loved her. I'm sure that she is cheering us on and encouraging us to live, laugh, and love every day. And the Colby Souza Award goes to Wheeler High School.
No surprise there. They have dominated this area. Wheeler High School, a good day for the Lions. Rose Tardif, overall top point getter, and now the Lions with the Colby Souza Spirit Award, an award that means so much to these cheerleaders because it epitomizes all that's right with cheer. And now that only leads us to the championship. So let's see what you and I came up with. We should announce that this is completely unofficial.
Yes.
We know nothing.
Yes, we're just having fun.
This is just ours. So your number 3 team in Division 3.
Griswold.
Congratulations to Wheeler on the Colby Souza
And your number
Award.
1 team in Division 3.
Plainfield.
All right,
I've got the final results
I've
of
got
the
it.
ECC
Wheeler,
Cheerleading
Montville,
Tournament.
Plainfield.
Are we ready?
Let's see.
Let's see what it is.
I will be announcing Division 2.
Okay,
then
Division 2's first. Your 3rd place
and
team
the
in
last
Division
is
2.
Division
Ledyard.
1.
And 2.
Bacon.
And 1.
I will not
We
be
agree.
announcing
We
the
are
scores
in
because
that
we have an
as well.
overall winner at the
Let's
end.
see.
The coaches will get the scores. You can read them then. For Division 2, second runner-up, Ledyard High School.
Well, we got that one right.
Nailed it.
And they should be very happy about that. It was a great routine. You heard them. They nailed it for them.
Yes. crowd coaches back there. They know all that work paid off.
First runner-up in Division II, Bacon Academy.
We nailed that one.
Woohoo.
And I think they are going to be a little disappointed, but at the same time very excited. Second place, nothing to sneeze at. Great job for the Bobcats.
And their season
And the
definitely isn't over
ECC
yet.
Division II champion for 2024, Waterford High School.
Lancers, at the end of the day, they don't rebuild, they reload. And the Lancers are your D2 champs.
Number 12 going up on that banner.
Waterford, come and get your plaque and your picture taken.
Great job at Division II champions, the Waterford High School Lancers. And I would like to say that the expert, Emily Funk, and the amateur, Casey O'Neill, both had that one picked in exact order.
They're plastic glasses. They're plastic glasses, yeah. They broke them.
There's your 2024 ECC Division II champions, the Waterford Lancers.
And they're all rocking the Converse now.
They are. It's a sea of red and blue. Next up is going to be Division III. You had it Plainfield,
And now for
Montville,
Division III,
Griswold. I had it Plainfield,
ECC
Montville, Wheeler.
Division III 2024.
And I would not be surprised if Wheeler was even
Second
second.
runner-up.
Right.
Montville High School.
All right, so we had them 2. There's 3. Now, if this is Griswold at 2, I am very stupid. You are very smart. But I'm saying Wheeler. I'm sticking
First
with it.
runner-up, Wheeler High School.
Boom! Expert goes down. But now, I mean, there's no way Plainfield doesn't finish 1 here for the 3rd straight year, correct? They're going for 3
I think they're going
And
for
the
a three-peat.
ECC Division III 2024 champion, Plainfield High School.
Panther Pride winning Division III yet again.
I am not going to complain about being wrong. I'm so happy for Wheeler right now.
As am I.
Plainfield, get your plaque and have your picture taken.
I think Wheeler had an enviable spot the way they finished. They had a big group. And I think what led me to them is when Rose Tardif wins most overall points in the ECC, when you have a star of that magnitude, an all-state, multiple-time all-state performer, I think it can just carry you in especially in Division III. And I think that's what happened.
And no one better to lead their team when you have someone like that on your squad that inspires you to be better every single day, that outscored everyone at the competition for the individual awards. No better person to lead your team.
Plainfield is your Division III champions. All right,
And
Division
now
I.
for Division
You have in
I.
3rd place,
Fitch,
2nd place,
Killingly,
and 1st place.
For the ECC
I
Division
happen to
I
agree with
second
you,
runner-up,
but I chose Killingly 3rd.
Killingly High School.
Oh, I am on fire, which means I had Fitch 2, and I have East Lyme 1, and I have East Lyme, as do you, I believe, as your overall
First
champion.
runner-up in Division I, Fitch High School.
Oh, is it possible that I went 8 of 9 in my picks?
I think so.
I'm getting good at
And the
this.
ECC
Full throttle.
Division
The Vikings
I
sense it.
2024
They
champion,
feel it.
East Lyme High School.
Viking Valley.
And everyone's getting on their feet. I don't think anyone can disagree with that placement.
So your Division I champions, the East Lyme Vikings. Your Division II champions, the Waterford Lancers. And your Division III champions, the Plainfield Panthers. Sound familiar? It should. They are the premier teams of the ECC, and they came through again today. Who will be the overall champion? We both think East Lyme, but we'll find out what the judges think. I think it goes right in that order. East Lyme, Waterford, Plainfield.
I think I agree with you.
And now, to announce the overall winner in all divisions with a score of 167.8, East Lyme High School.
Here they are, the 2024 ECC champions, the cheerleaders from East Lyme High School.
Wow. I mean, way to wrap up that senior year for 10 people on that squad. Oh my gosh.
167.8 points. They went full throttle. High octane, the NASCAR package. and it paid off. The Vikings are your champions.
They worked for it, they earned it.
The sports doctor is going to be amidst the cheerleading royalty that is East Lyme. We're going to find out just what it means for this group, a senior-laden team. The sports doctor, you got the ECC champs.
Well, Coach, you talked about full throttle, and full throttle it was. How does this feel?
So good. They went full throttle and they did not disappoint. They're awesome.
What's the funnest part about coaching this group of girls?
Oh my gosh, just watching them. They have so much passion and like spirit when they go out there. They show up and they show off. They're awesome. Thank you.
Now listen, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to build the team. Your staff, the behind the scenes people, the girls, there's a lot of moving parts here.
A lot. We have so many awesome coaches, so many girls. We have 10 seniors this year, so it's going to be awful to see them go, but they showed up and they did a great job.
Fantastic. Well, it's got to feel pretty good to come into Waterford and win, too.
Yes, it does.
All right, great job, ladies. East Lyme, Division I overall champs.
Well, at the end of the day, we were all anticipating East Lyme. They lived up to what we expected. They gave us everything and more. No controversy, I think, today. Everybody kind of fell in line with where we kind of expected, but East Lyme lived up to the hype and brought home the championship.
And they're peaking at the perfect time. They have 2 weeks until the state championship, and they're still on fire. They have a healthy group. They're going to keep growing, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have a couple more trophies coming home for the rest of the year.
Well, as always, an incredible day here at the ECC Cheerleading Championships. Congratulations to your Division III champion Plainfield, your Division II champion Waterford, and your Division I and overall champion East Lyme. Now, Fitch last year, same thing. They didn't win an ECC championship. They went out and won a state championship. All these girls have aspirations of exactly that. So as the states roll out soon, an ECC championship does not mean you're going to win a state championship. Not winning an ECC championship doesn't mean you're not going to win a state championship. So it's a whole new season starting for these girls now.
Correct, and as we remember from Fitch today, they were co-ed, so that brings them to a different division for state. So anything is possible. All across the board, you never know what's going to happen. You could have one bad competition and one great competition. They could all be great, they could all be bad. You never know what's going to happen. But we got to see a lot of great cheerleading today, and I think the bar was set pretty high for most of these teams.
It was an exceptional day. We said in the beginning, the ECC Cheer Championships is bring the noise, bring the funk. Well, we brought the funk. Emily, I can't thank you enough for being here and, again, raising the cheerleading IQ for all of us here on game day. For everybody out there watching at home, again, thank you so much for tuning in, for all of our sponsors, all of the athletes, for an exceptional day. A special shout out to Chris Landry, Waterford Athletic Director, and his staff. Again, he helped fix the mat, he brought people water, he cleaned up after kids got sick, and he did the Cotton Eye Joe. Absolutely the quadfecta for Coach Landry. What a fabulous job. So for Peter Wappy, Mike DeMoro, the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, Emily Funk, and all of our crew, I am Casey O'Neill signing off from the ECC Cheerleading Championships at Waterford High School. Thank you for watching Game Day live on theday.com.